A rare April appearance for the Kentucky Oaks. Friday, April 30th, the Kentucky Oaks. Best way to play the Oaks, best way to play all the races is through NYRA Bets. If you're not a member, head on over to NYRABets.com. We'll match them to $200 for your initial deposit, and we'll give you $25 towards your Derby bet bankroll. Kentucky Oaks, Friday, April 30th. The morning line favorite, the undefeated Malathot. And Malathot, the one word I would use to describe her is relentless. And that's what she was in the Demoiselle, and that's what she was when her 3-year-old returned the Grade 1 Ashland, where she ran down past the Champagne. I don't want to be overly dismissive of past the Champagne. I think she's a very talented filly, though I wonder if her talents will be in shorter races than the 9-furlong Kentucky Oaks. Malathot, the distance will be no problem for her whatsoever. And 2 times in a row, she looked to be beaten, only to come down the stretch and relentlessly get the victory. I think she's kind of the horse to beat in here. We'll see how fast the pace is. With Ava's Grace coming out of the race, I'm a little bit concerned the pace may not be strong enough to help her closing kick. Still, no argument that she's one of the main players in here, as is the number 12 search results. And we'll take a look at search results beating Maracuja in the Gazelle, the final prep in New York. This is a very good race. Don't be fooled by the final time. She ran faster than the Wood Memorial did that day, and she got a 92 Beyer speed figure, pairing up her speed figure for a prior race. She's the only filly to recently run that quickly. She has the biggest numbers coming in the race. She also has speed and at least tactical speed. She can rate, she can go to the lead. Perhaps Moraz, the number 8, will show speed. Perhaps Past the Champagne will show speed. Search results showed she can stalk, she can pounce, she can run quickly, and I think she is, once again, another very dangerous horse in this race. Let's go down to Fairgrounds and look, in my opinion, at the other 2 major players in the Kentucky Oaks, and that's Travel Column and Clairiere. I don't want to knock Travel Column. She's not exactly like Essential Quality, but she is similar in the fact that she has tactical speed, but she can also come from well back. So if the pace is hot, she can make a run, and if the pace is moderate, she can sit close and finish. She has 2 wins and 1 loss against Clairiere. She has clearly been the better of the 2, but Clairiere was compromised last time in the Fairgrounds Oaks by the very, very slow pace, and I think it dramatically, or I should say drastically, increased the margin between the 2 horses. I think it's much closer, and I think Clairiere has a real chance to upset Travel Column in this race, and in fact win the Kentucky Oaks. They are both serious contenders, no matter how you want to look at it. Let's go down to Gulfstream Park and take a look at Crazy Beautiful beating Mille Foy. Crazy Beautiful ran well in this race. It was a step forward from a race in the Devona Dale, and she's a very nice horse for trainer Ken McPeak. I just don't think she's good enough to beat these horses. She got an 83 Beyer. It's the fastest figure she's ever gotten, and it puts her quite a few lengths behind the previous mentioned contenders. I think she has a similar running style to Clairiere, and she's not as good a horse as Clairiere. So I don't like Crazy Beautiful. I've always liked Mille Foy, but I was disappointed in her last time. Thought she got a great ride last time by Tyler Gaffalione. Doesn't hurt to get Joe Rosario, but she gets post 14, which doesn't do her any favors, especially a horse that would need a lot to go her own way, including improve quite a bit to win this race. They will not be on my tickets. Let's head down to Oaklawn Park, and we'll look at Pauline's Pearl and Ava's Grace. Now, Ava's Grace was just announced that she probably isn't running, but we'll talk about that a little bit. She obviously a pace player. If she did, without her in there, there's a little less pace. As far as Pauline's Pearls, she got an 89 Beyer to win this race, which puts her in the mix. And if you want to believe that's a predictive figure and use it going forward, then perhaps you're using a horse who drew well on the inside. I don't buy it. Look at the other horses in the race. Coach, who's also running. 79, 72, 71, 86. Suddenly she improved dramatically. Ava's Grace, a horse that ran 74, 87. The number, to me, it doesn't make a lot of sense. If Pauline's Pearl is able to win this race, some will say the figure suggests it and the figs don't lie. I'll say just another race where I picked a loser. I like the number 3 Clairiere over the 12 search results. Malathot is my 3rd choice in here, and Travel Column's 4th. As I said, if a long shot wins this race, I'm not going to have her. I went fairly logical. Good luck with your play in the Kentucky Oaks. The best way to play it, as always, is to go over to NYRA Bets. If you're not a member, head over to NYRABets.com. Use the promo code Derby25. We'll match up to a $200 of your initial deposit and give you a free $25 Derby bet.